we have a super exciting video, and it is my living room makeover. So I have been in my apartment, I feel like I see this in every video, but for a year now, and this room is officially done. And there are so many things that I went into this room thinking about. One, it's an apartment. It needed to be apartment friendly. I was trying to make it more homely, like in a cute way, not an ugly way, than apartment-y. I also was trying to get a lot of storage in here because there wasn't enough storage. And then the third thing is probably the most important, and I was sticking to a budget. So there's so many little DIYs and hacks that I did throughout this living room that took cheaper things, made them look more expensive, utilize them perfectly for an apartment, and I can't wait to show you so you can go and replicate it in your own home. So my apartment living room is like a long, narrow room. I don't know what else to say about it. So there was going to be a side of the couch that was open, and I was crucial on getting an L-shaped couch just because like I'm annoying and I like to have my feet up, and then if I have friends over, I just was trying to maximize the space as much as possible. And with a couch like this that I'll go through in a second, we could get as many people as possible. But the couch that I found only was a left facing couch. So like the side of it was on the left side, which is straight directly into my living room, which was almost a, like, what is it called? Like I almost nixed it because of that. But instead I put together this little table, which honestly ended up being so much cuter than just a couch being there. So I'm so happy that this is how it ended up working out. And I had my eye on this one couch table, but it was like $2,000. And so I was trying to figure out a way to get that same look while saving money. And it came with a little DIY, but it was so easy. Even if you're not a DIYer, you can easily do this. What we did is I found this at Home Depot. The way that I could get this as cheap as possible, I want to say I got it for like $120, but that seems really low. So maybe it was like $210. Whatever it was, it honestly was extremely reasonable, and it was unstained, which was awesome because that means I could go put my own stain on it and make it exactly what I wanted it to look like. So I bought it from Home Depot. Another thing I did was I price matched it. So I searched around because Target had it for like $100 more and Home Depot had the cheapest. So look around if you're gonna buy this because other places have it cheap. I got the darkest black wood stain possible, and Ben and I stained the entire thing. It was really fun actually, and it looks so good. Another way that we made it look more custom was we got these little gold knobby pools and pools. I think pools is my Wisconsin accent coming out. That added a lot to it. And then I forgot to say this, but one of my major things that I wanted to make sure was in this was that there was open space down here that I could add baskets for more storage. And for the millionth time, it was really cheap. I mean, not cheap, but like inexpensive, which is what we wanted. Okay, next up, I went to these baskets, which these baskets are amazing because they hold, I mean, look at them compared to me, like they're huge and they hold so much stuff. So I found these at Target. I eyed them for months and I bought them. So there's not really much more to say about it. I love that they're whitewashed. They contrast this entryway couch side table so well. And they add a lot of texture too, which is awesome. To style it off, honestly, this kind of just organically happened. I just would buy things and then throw it on. But I think it looks really cute. So this little guy is so cute and I love it. And it was from Target. It's a Studio McGee line. But I think it looks really cute. Again, it adds texture. It's white, so it pops off the black. These frames are just from Home Goods. This is also from Home Goods. And then these candlesticks are another thing. This whole thing should just be brought to you by Target actually, because these candlesticks are also from Target and I love them. So that is how I inexpensively put together this couch side table. Now let's get to the good stuff in the main living room part, specifically how I did my gallery wall for like so cheap. This wall is my pride and joy in this living room, and I honestly feel like it is what pulls together, this probably sounds stupid, but pulls together my entire apartment. So I had this big wall that needed to be filled, and the theme of the video, how could I fill it without spending a shit ton of money? And so I ended up seeing on, if you guys follow Dee Buttercup on Instagram, I love her. She built a house last year right when I was getting my apartment, and I saw that she had a print similar to this one right here, and I looked it up. It was on Williams-Sonoma for literally like $1,200, and so clearly that wasn't an option for me. So what I did was I DIY'd it myself, and I'm actually going to film a video specifically on how I did this next week. So once that goes live, we'll link it in this video so you can see it, but it was so easy. And in total, I think it was like $60, which for something this big, I mean, it's a huge piece. I think it's like 48 inch. I think it's 36 by 48 inches actually. I'll clarify that because that'll be helpful for you probably. But what I did was I went to Michael's. It was like 75% off all canvases. I bought the canvas. I got some, totally gonna say this wrong, and I don't even know if it's the right word, decoupage? I don't know. I'll also, we'll write it on the screen, but they had this type of, it's like not plaster, but something that would give it texture, because to make your canvas look expensive, what you don't want to do is buy a canvas and then just directly paint on top of it. You need to add some depth to it, and if you go to art galleries or if you order expensive pieces of art online, you'll see that they all have texture on them. And so I did the texture, and then I painted this design on it. It does slightly look like a man's, but it's fine. We just like pretend that that's not a thing. That was the artist. That was the bad thing by the artist. But so I did that. I whipped together this really cool tan. I don't know, it was super easy. And then this is key. Get a frame around it. So you can take it to Michael's, you can get it framed yourself. That's probably gonna cost you $100 or more. I honestly have no idea how much it would cost you. So my boyfriend's dad and I built this one, and then we used gold rub and buff to make it gold. However, if I was to do it again, I would go to Home Goods, I would go into their canvas section, and I would find a huge canvas the size that you want. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter what the frame looks like either. If it's wood, if it's white, if it's gold, it doesn't matter. What you do want to make sure is that it's thin like this, so it has that like thinness, that width, that depth to it, because that's what I did in my entryway, and then I just painted over top of it. The frame was already around it, and it made my life so much easier. So that's what I would recommend doing if you are planning on doing a DIY like this. So that anchors the center of the wall, and then on the side of the wall, we have these 6 frames. So 3 on each side, obviously you can see, and then we have the picture lights on top of it. This gives it, I think that this is the reason why it doesn't look so apartment-y, is because this looks like a lot more custom, high-end, but you're gonna be shocked at how much it costs. So the picture light is from IKEA for $21, or I think they actually raised the price to $27, which is annoying, but still, that's insane. And I use gold rub and buff again to make the picture light gold, because they only have it available in silver. So I think I just feel like they elevate the space so much and they make it look a lot better. And then we have the frame. So anything times 6 is gonna be a lot of money. So I was trying to find a budget-friendly frame, and I ended up seeing these while I was randomly in Michael's for $6 each, which is unbelievable. What I will say is if I was to do it again, they have a thinner frame version, so like the border of the frame is thinner. That would probably give me more of the look that I wanted, but at the time that wasn't on sale and I wanted to get this done. So I used those, so it was $6 each, which is unbelievable. And then I just printed black and white photos out of it. How I got them on the wall to not screw into the wall is I just used command strips, and it was hard to get it so that it was all even. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't fun to do. It caused many fights between my boyfriend and I. But you can just put it on, then stick it on the wall, and they've stayed up great, and it looks, I mean, I love it, so. But I mean, it's my own apartment, so hopefully I love it. The couch. The couch is one of the top 3 things that I get asked about, where I got it from, how I like it, and how much it was. So I searched and I searched and I searched, like probably literally like 10 hours if you add up all my searching for a couch that I liked. And I could not find a couch that I liked under $6,000, which is insane. So I kind of had to start getting a little less picky about it, and I stumbled upon this couch from Ashley's. It's the shape that I wanted. It's basically the color that I wanted. If I had to choose, it'd be whiter, and this like fabric is a little ugly if you look super up close, but from like far away, it doesn't look bad at all, and it was in my price range. So we ended up getting this couch for $1,200, which for a couch that is this size is crazy. And let me tell you, it is the most comfortable couch that I have ever been on. Like some nights I'll decide just to sleep on the couch because it's so comfortable. It's the best napping couch. We watch so many movies on here, and we truly do love it. What I will say is that since we've used it for a year, and I mean like we use it, like that sounded sexual, but like no, we don't use it in that way, but like we sit on it like every night, we eat on it, we do a lot of things on this couch, and the fabric is slightly starting to stretch. So like I'll get a close-up so you can see what I mean, but like before the fabric was super tight. Now since we put more wear on it, it does stretch a little bit. I don't think it looks bad, but I mean, you know, what are you gonna ask for a $1,200 couch? Definitely go check that out. I did have pillows in here for like the first, I mean, we literally just switched the pillows out like 3 weeks ago that I didn't like, but now I have pillows that I love. I think they're so much more my style. They bring in a little bit of that vintage vibe, collective vibe, and I love it. So we'll have all of those pillows linked below. What I do for all my pillows is I have a base pillow in the back that's like a neutral pillow with no pattern. In front of it, I have a, actually the two pillows in front of it, I have a more patterny pillow, so like base pillow, and then I have a embroidered pillow usually. I mean, this isn't like, whatever, you know, you can do whatever you want. But then in front of that, I do like a vintagey, more type of pillow. So that is my concoction of how I put together my pillows. But this is the couch. The coffee table. So the coffee table is another thing that I get. I feel like I have said this in every single thing, but I get questions about the coffee table. I'm so sad that it is MIA. Like you literally can't find it anywhere. Someone did find a similar one that is not as cute in my opinion, but it does look similar if you want to get the same vibe of it. But this coffee table, I can't even remember if I bought it from, okay, there was 3 places they had it. And so obviously I just bought it at the cheapest place, but it was on Wayfair, Overstock, and Amazon. I want to say I ended up actually purchasing it from Overstock, but it was like $300, which when I was buying all of my apartment stuff, $300 was a lot of money. And so I remember I got it for me as like a congratulations for something. I can't even remember, but I do love it. I love the base of it, that the base is gold. It pulls in all the other gold elements in here, and the stain of the wood is really pretty too. To style the top of it, I think that I just love how it looks. So what I have is I have this tray, which if you actually look up close, it's horrible quality, so I don't recommend it, but I got it from Wayfair. And then we have some coasters, a candle with these little beady things. You can get beads like this from Amazon for pretty inexpensive. And then these candlesticks that I just got from our local World Market was going out of sale. So I picked these up for like $2 each, which is awesome. So that kind of secures the right side of it. And then I have 3 coffee table books. This knot thing is from Target. And then over here we have this vase. I love this vase. It's from Target. And then if you are looking for faux flowers, these flowers from Magnolia, which is, I don't know why it's surprising me, but you just don't think of Magnolia like .com, like Joanna Gaines's store, are the best faux flowers that I've ever seen. From now on, I'm only buying fake flowers from Magnolia.com. I bought a few and every single one looks amazing. I will not buy them from Hobby Lobby anymore or Pottery Barn because they look like SHIT compared to these. These feel and look unreal, right, Sarah? Like,
yeah, they do.
Can you tell from back here?
No, like I thought they were real.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're so good. So that's what I have going on this coffee table. And then the rugs. So the rugs, I ordered these right when I like first signed my lease for this apartment, and I love them. What I have is a layering situation, and I got them from Rugs USA, so they were like very, very inexpensive. So I have a jute rug on the bottom. The jute rug did not shed in the beginning, and now I think it sheds more, or maybe I'm just more aware of it now. But I really do like it. It's held up very well for how inexpensive it is. Even though it does shed, I still like it, and it adds just texture to the room. And then on top of it, I have this cowhide rug that has little gold specks in it, and the gold specks are starting to fade a little bit just from vacuuming and whatnot, but I think it was like $50. So it's still there, and I really like it. I think the layering makes it just everything I'm trying to make look a lot more intentional, and like I keep saying that collected vibe, but instead of it being so like new and just like in your face almost, I want it to be more like someone to look at it and be like, oh, like that was decided on. I don't know, I sound weird right now, but that was the goal with the rugs. If you are going to take anything from this video, take this little tip, because this will change the entire way that your room looks and will make your room look a lot bigger, and that is curtains. So a few tips with curtains that I am gung-ho on, because like I just said, it really will transform your room, is that you want to bring the curtains all the way to the ceiling almost. So what I do, my rule of thumb is I will hang the curtain rod so it is 2 to 3 inches below the top of the ceiling. Then you want to get curtains that are long enough that they kiss the bottom of the floor. That will give you that high-end look. What is not cute and what you shouldn't do is hang the curtains right above the window, so like an inch above the window, and then have them be too short where they like hang up like that. That will, I mean, it's fine if you do that. I feel like I need to like preface everything, like it's your house to do whatever you want. But if you're looking for that more high-end interior design look, that is what will give it to you. And then also I make sure that my curtains go out 3 inches, so like the rod will be out 3 inches from the interior of the window. So 2 to 3 inches from the ceiling, have the curtains kiss the floor, and then 2 to 3 inches out with the rod. And that will give you the look that you want, if you like that look. And then we have this little corner of the couch, which is my ugly corner. So I always try to like avoid this in pictures and videos because it's just not really cute. But I have this basket for blankets. I have this really, really cute blanket from the Lumia. This is a small business. They are immigrants that I don't know where they came from, but they live in the US now. And they are the sweetest people, like ever. I ordered from them randomly on Amazon or on Etsy one day, like totally random. They didn't know that I did Instagram or YouTube or anything. They sent the nicest letter, and then I tagged them in one of my stories, and it's been like, I really, really love them. They're so nice. And then we just have this cheaper basket from Target, and it just, you know, we try to avoid that corner because it's just not cute. We have plugs, we have trays, other things that you don't want to see. So I have a fireplace that I decided to get with my apartment that cost me $50 a month, but it was one of the best things that I decided to get because we use it all the time. We live in Wisconsin, so it's cold as balls here usually, and so we like that. But then I had this 4-foot space next to the door that goes to my balcony, and I was trying to figure out what I could do here, and I wanted to do something that was as practical as possible. So we love to have friends over, we love to have game night and do things like that. So I was like, if I could get a bench here that looked really cute, but then when people come over, we could move it in front of the coffee table and use it as extra seating, that would be perfect. So I found this bench from overstock.com. And what I also loved about it was there was space underneath it that I could put baskets. So the bench is really, really cute. It's like a gray leather. It has gold legs to it, and then the baskets underneath it are from Target, and that's where we store all of our games that we play with our friends, and it's just really easy to pull out and gives them a place to go. On top of that, I just have 2 pillows. My mom actually made this antelope pillow cover for me, and then this pillow is from Woven Nook. It looks a little sad right now.
I was sitting on it.
Oh, yes, Sarah. Way to go, Sarah. But I like the combo of those two a lot. And then this mirror, I love it. So this is a large gold mirror. It's from Target. I would actually go to Home Goods now if I was to do it again because they have circle mirrors for a lot cheaper. But we just hung that on the wall, and my dad recommended using these. So there's a few places in here that we did do nails, but we obviously tried to keep that as minimal as possible. Since it is an apartment, I'm kind of like, I'll figure that out later when I move out. Like, that's the problem for another day. But my dad recommended these monkey hooks, I believe, that are so awesome. Buy them if you're moving into a home or really anything. And what you do is you just stick it into the wall, and then they kind of go up like this. And so you don't need to do any anchors or anything, and they leave a really small hole, like compared to anchors. And so we just stuck that in there, and then it can hold the weight of this mirror. And it kind of just, I don't know, this little corner is one of my favorite spots in my entire apartment. Lastly, for the living room is the fireplace area. So I was lucky enough to be able to get a fireplace in here. People wonder sometimes is how I hung this TV. So and how there's no cords. I was also lucky enough that this is a new, I mean, it looks so janky if you open it up like this, but this is a new apartment, so they were smart and put plugs up here so I don't have to have any cords coming. And then we just got the TV mount from Costco. The only bummer with this mantle is where they placed it, because I think they did it because of like regulations. It had to be a certain height above the fireplace, but because of our TV being right here, it's like impossible to decorate. So I just have this little tray, the remote's on it right now, that's from At Home. And during like Easter or Christmas, we can put like ornaments in it. Easter, we had like these cute little eggs in it. It's just like for Halloween or in fall, we put little pumpkins, white and gold pumpkins. It's not much, but it's something. And that is my renter-friendly living room makeover. It was a collective year experience, but it was really fun to put together. I love how it turned out. I keep saying this, but I feel like it really looks more like a home versus an apartment, which was what I was trying to go for. And with all of the little hacks that we did and money savers, I just think it looks a lot more expensive as well than it actually costs to put together. So I hope that was really helpful for you. I hope it gave you ideas for your own home or apartment. Make sure to subscribe. We bought a fixer-upper house that the BSL team and I are fixing up, and it's gonna be so much fun. We are filming the entire process. It's beautiful and it's a huge renovation. We're kind of in over our heads majorly, but it's gonna be awesome. So make sure to subscribe for that. Follow me on Instagram. I do a ton of behind the scenes, a ton of stories, a lot of decor tips and hacks, and I know it'll be really helpful for you if you follow along there as well. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.